There's an old story that has been told in countless ways, across cultures and philosophies. It's the story of a man, his horse, and a village that could not decide whether fortune was good or bad. One day, the man's only horse ran away. His neighbors rushed to console him, saying how terrible this was. But the man simply shrugged and said, "Maybe." A week later, the horse returned, bringing with it a dozen wild horses. The neighbors cheered, calling it a blessing. Again, the man shrugged, "Maybe." Later, while trying to tame one of the new horses, the man's son fell and broke his leg. This time, the neighbors shook their heads, such misfortune. And again, the man replied, "Maybe." Not long after, the king's army came to the village to recruit young men for war. The man's son, with his broken leg, was spared. What seemed like a curse became salvation. This old Taoist parable, often called the Nova effect, captures a truth most of us ignore. We cannot know the true consequences of what we call good or bad luck, the paradox of fortune. We live in a world obsessed with labeling. A promotion, a lottery win, a sudden opportunity, we call it good luck. A breakup, an accident, a rejection, we call it bad luck. But Dostoevsky once said, "Man is what he believes." And what we believe to be luck, good or bad, often sets off a chain of meaning that blinds us to its deeper consequences. The Nova effect reminds us that good luck can quickly sour, and bad luck can hide blessings so profound that only time will reveal them. Why the Nova effect matters today. In a world shaped by instant gratification, we crave clarity. We want to know now, is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Lose your job? Bad. Win money? Good. Get rejected? Bad. Find new love? Good. But life is not a coin toss between fortune and misfortune. It is a river, flowing, twisting, reshaping the land as it goes. And often, what we thought was a disaster becomes the very event that set us free. Think about it. How many times in your life did something painful later reveal itself as necessary? A breakup that led you to someone better. A failure that redirected you to a calling. A rejection that forced you to grow. The Nova effect is a reminder that luck is never final. The tragedy of good luck. Here lies the paradox. The very thing we chase, good luck, can ruin us. History is filled with stories of lottery winners whose lives collapsed under the weight of sudden fortune. People who stumbled into fame only to drown in its expectations. Individuals who found comfort so easily that they forgot how to live with struggle, and without struggle, lost meaning. What appears as the highest stroke of luck can strip us of the hunger that makes life vivid. Without hunger, without loss, without effort, happiness becomes hollow. Sometimes good luck is a tragedy in disguise. Conversely, much of what we call misfortune becomes the birthplace of transformation. Viktor Frankl, who survived the horrors of the concentration camps, wrote, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." Bad luck often pushes us into depths we never would have chosen. But in those depths, we discover strength, resilience, and clarity we never knew existed. A failed business can birth a wiser entrepreneur. A heartbreak can awaken deeper love. An illness can strip away illusions and teach gratitude for life itself. The worst things often carry seeds of the best things. The Nova effect is not an argument for passivity. It is not saying we should stop striving, or that misfortune is always secretly fortune. It is simply a reminder we do not see the full picture yet. What we call luck is just one frame of an endless film. To judge too quickly is to miss the meaning that unfolds only with time. This doesn't mean we shouldn't celebrate when good things happen, or grieve when bad things strike. It means we should hold both with humility. Celebrate, but don't cling. Grieve, but don't despair. Because everything is still moving. The wisdom of the Nova effect is the wisdom of patience. When life deals us its cards, whether we think they're aces or jokers, perhaps the healthiest response is simply maybe. Maybe this good thing will turn sour. Maybe this bad thing will open a door. Maybe today's pain is tomorrow's gift. Maybe it is in this patience, this refusal to judge life too quickly, that we find peace. Hunter S. Thompson once wrote, "Buy the ticket, take the ride." Life is unpredictable, uncontrollable, and endlessly surprising. To live it well is not to control its fortune, but to ride its waves with openness, humility, and courage. The Nova effect reminds us that luck, good or bad, is rarely what it seems. It is only a piece of a larger story that is still unfolding. And so, the next time fortune strikes, whether in your favor or against it, pause before labeling it. Because what feels like the worst thing may be your salvation. And what feels like the best thing may be your undoing. Maybe.